everyone, to today's episode of Adults Seeking Knowledge. I'm Anna Morgan, your Career BFF. I'm also the founder of Career BFF Recruiting, Consulting, and Coaching.
And I'm Natalie Gallagher. I'm a communications coach and trainer, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to find and get a job that you'll truly love.
All right, so you're ready to get a job. Everybody wants to jump right in to applying or working on their resume, but there's a few steps that you need to do before. Take a pause, take a deep breath, and let's talk about some career clarity.
The most important thing that I want you to know is that experts believe roughly 60 to 85% of jobs never get posted at all. They're filled through referrals because somebody knows somebody who knows somebody that's the right fit. And so you can use that to your advantage by building a strong network. My first recommendation is to join Toastmasters. Toastmasters is an international public speaking organization that operates through thousands of clubs all around the world. The way Toastmasters works is you find a club, you can go to toastmasters.org and see all the clubs in your area, and you just go visit. You get a feel for the people who are there, what kind of speeches they're practicing, and whether or not it's a good fit for you culturally and, of course, logistically, as in getting there on time. The benefit of Toastmasters is you also get to work on your communication skills, and every profession across the board always looks for people with strong communication skills. I have worked with physicians, scientists, CEOs, tech executives, and it doesn't matter what the profession is. If you have strong communication skills, you set yourself apart from the rest of the competition because all employers are looking for people who know how to articulate their ideas, resolve conflict with emotional intelligence, and send professional communications through email, text, or on messaging channels. Toastmasters can help you with all of those skills while also helping you to make a lot of friends and connect with other people. Additionally, Toastmasters finds ways for clubs to interact with each other, so all of a sudden your network may go from your home club, which could be about 30 people, to the entire area's clubs. For example, in the Atlanta metro area, there's roughly 4,000 members in Toastmasters, all of them looking to connect and work with you to achieve your big goals. The next recommendation I have for expanding your network is to volunteer. Consider a cause that's meaningful to you. Is it nature? You might look at going to volunteer for Trees Atlanta. Is it animals? Maybe you want to go play with puppies and kittens at Fur Kids. Whatever it is, volunteering not just helps you build your network, it also connects you to something meaningful. There's a huge burnout epidemic right now, even amongst Gen Zers who are new to the workforce. And psychologists believe that burnout happens when you're doing a lot of work on something that you may not really feel emotionally connected to, or maybe you don't feel like it has a purpose. Every job is a stepping stone and you can learn from it, and sometimes we have to work jobs because we have to pay the bills. But in the meantime, while we're learning and growing into new opportunities, volunteering gives us that sense of purpose and that emotional connection to reduce burnout. Moreover, you can make incredible friends, and who knows what opportunities are going to come up for you through that volunteer work. For all you know, your next dream job is working for that organization where you're volunteering. My final piece of networking advice is to take up a hobby and find other people connected to that hobby through a site like Meetup. For instance, my husband plays poker. Through Meetup, he found a weekly poker game. Through that weekly poker game, he's found a number of not just friends, but colleagues who've hired him to do website development. So one poker game satisfies that need to have a hobby, to connect with others through making friends, and then it's led to paid work and incredible opportunities. So getting out there, building your network helps reduce burnout, helps you make new friends. You never know what opportunities are going to come to you through jobs that were never posted in the first place, but you heard about through your network. And yes, introverts, I'm talking to you too. I'm an introvert, and I have found that doing things like Toastmasters and volunteering helps me build meaningful connections that have helped expand my network in a safe, comfortable, fun way. Let's say you get that opportunity to apply for a job that you know you'll love. A lot of clients ask me, how can they tell if they're fully qualified or not, so that way they're successful long-term in the role? the main thing to look for here is to differentiate between the skills you need to have mastery of on day one versus those that you can learn along the way. For example, let's say it is a website developer role, and they ask that you know HTML code inside and out. If you don't know the code that well, you're not going to be successful, and it's going to be a struggle on day one versus a success. However, let's say they're also asking that you're able to articulate your ideas well. Maybe you can articulate your ideas a little bit, but you know you need a little bit of practice. On day one, you can be confident that you know HTML code inside out, and you're working to learn how to articulate your ideas so you can be successful in the long term. So look for the skills that you need to have mastery of on day one versus those that you can learn along the way to be successful, and that will give you an idea of how qualified you are.
This is a fun exercise that I give my coaching clients because oftentimes we're too close to our own awesomeness and we're like, what am I good at? I don't know. So text a bunch of your friends, coworkers, past professors, teachers, anyone that you have a relationship that knows you pretty well, and say, I'm working on developing my professional brand. If you had to describe me in 5 words, what would those 5 words be? You'll likely see patterns, and this data gives you the beginning of your foundation of your professional and personal brand. So there are clues about who you were perceived to be. Another little hack that I recommend is, we're all on social media. What are you researching? What are you scrolling on TikTok or Instagram Reels? Does that company exist in your city? Maybe go visit their careers page and see what types of positions are available. So when we focus on some of the passions that we're just personally interested in, then you can reverse engineer your search to find organizations that you can leverage those skills and expertise that you've discovered through your skills inventory and that exercise developing your personal and professional brand. Because I believe doing work that is meaningful and that you connect with. So once you have that clarity, then you can start the job search process.
Beyond this, I also recommend aim high. Frequently, companies are looking to hire people that have most, but not necessarily all, of the skills that they've listed in the job posting. And there are a lot of times where your ability to be a quick learner, or if you have strong communication skills or high emotional intelligence, makes you a much more desirable candidate than someone who does check all the boxes on the job listing. So aim high. You never know what opportunities will be presented to you if you do so.
So it's so important to take the time to do that skill inventory and understand where your brilliance lies. Now, then what? Then you take that data and you put it in a resume. Bam!